All right, everybody. It's the Two Dudes Podcast. I'm Rick. That's Kevin. Another good show coming towards you. Lots of good topics today. Wide variety of some stuff. Uh, Kevin, how you doing, man?
Um, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm in deep thought, but I'm good.
And deep thought about what?
Well, I've been noticing. I've been when I guess they say you get taken to the bottom to work your way back, and you get born again. However they say that or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been noticing the past 6, 7 months, I've been really making a conscious effort to try to support people that's trying to get their grind going. It's trying to, get the entrepreneurial going. And I really don't know where it came from because I ain't been like that before. But at the same time, my finances wasn't just mine.
Right.
Because like today, my brother-in-law, well, my brother, Mouse or whatever, his sister is doing a cleaning business. And he was just raving about how good she did from when he saw her work. And I was like, you know what? You've been wanting to get the house clean since you moved back in. The house is clean. I'm not saying it's dirty or nothing. But just when you got animals, it don't hurt every so often to have a professional come in and do a little cleaning for you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I reached out to his sister and was like, hey, I want my living room, kitchen, and both bathrooms done. Just come tell me what you think or whatever. So she came through, gave me a surprising estimate that I didn't expect, and they coming through next Wednesday to give me a good clean.
Hey, good for
And
you.
it's just like I ain't got to do it. I just choose to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like when I told you yesterday, when I called you, and thanks again being big brother, and I called you about the pipes or whatever. Dude who does the work for me is, he's younger than me. He's probably 22, 23, but he learned early. He a good dude, and just I keep going to him because he ain't did me wrong. He ain't served me wrong. He's done the job or whatever. But
Right.
like, if I ain't cut the grass and some young cat, hey man, if I don't want them, if they can't get the back, I at least pay them to do the front. It's just I done got charitable and I don't know where it's come from. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I wasn't charitable. Well, I wasn't. I was charitable, but I wasn't charitable. But it's like now I'm kind of like it's in my mind to make an effort. Then
That's a
like
good thing, man. That's a real good thing.
yeah, it's like I'm just trying to work on just relationships and just doing right, and then I'm trying to still take the steps to fix myself and everything. Like I reached out to a friend of mine I've been knowing for years, and she's a personal trainer, and I should have went to her in the beginning. So I'm about to sit down with her and just really map this out to really start rebuilding my physical to start matching my mental, you know? And so it's just, I'm trying to stop crawling and start walking. I know I can't run yet, but I'm trying to, start walking better. So it's like I'm just trying to, make things happen best I can. And then this is what's so crazy, like, you talk off air or whatever. And I know you gonna tell me just let it be, just at the third. I it irritates me that for the longest, me and the girl's mom was above the stereotype. But now after this last little run in, when she got her hand caught in the cookie jar, shall we say, it then went to the typical, we only commute, conversate by text. I'm like, we too old to act so petty and childish. But at the same time, I'm just like, whatever. I'm not about to kiss nobody's ass. That things be a certain way, but it just, in my opinion, it's just sad. But yeah, that's one of the things. It is what it is. I know it's gonna be a roller coaster on that because I still got at least 5 years, committed, shall we say,
Right.
versus when I'm just, how you about to be in that promised land and just free balling however, whenever with your son or whatever. So that bothers me. Where I'm like, we supposed to be better than that, but I guess this is just a part of the process and just shit you go through or whatever. But I know it's just I'm really trying to just I don't know what God's doing, but I know it's making me a better person in some regard, and I can appreciate it. But at the same time, nigga moment, I still don't like to fucking tip at restaurants.
Well, I can't help you there because I believe in tipping more than the
I
standard
do, but
percent.
my tipping scale, you need to tell me I need a drink.
Now going back to as far as you and your ex-wife, baby's mama,
No,
however you want to look at it.
His ex-wife. To me, even though things ended because she wanted it to end, she still earned the right to be just referred to as ex-wife, if anything.
Okay, we'll call it ex-wife then. But what I'm gonna tell you is, you know how the newlywed stage lasts 1 to 2 years, right?
Uh-huh.
The divorce stage lasts 2 to 3 years. And what I mean by that is, you're going to find that you're going to be somewhat into year 3 before y'all, when y'all first met and y'all was dating, you getting to know each other. This is a
Yeah.
new type of getting to know each other. Y'all gonna find things out differently about each other, you, her, and her, you, through this divorce, because things will either come out, take shape, or begin to take shape that either she's always wanted to do, she's always been like, but not done, things of that nature, or something of that kind. And these first few years, there's going to be some of them surprises, some of those oh no or what the hell moments. But once you get into year 3, it'll be just like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she said it's her time to shine. So yeah, year 3 starts in October. So we'll see what happens in end of
If
October.
year 3 starts in October, I guarantee you it'll be December or January before y'all just hit that stride, because it takes a couple months. Because what we was talking about a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that came out of left field, and no, you weren't informed, and there will be 1 or 2 other instances like that before things start to settle down.
Okay.
So don't be surprised, but be surprised, if that makes sense.
Now I get what you're saying.
All right. So since we being on that end of petty and childishness, I'm gonna talk about a few topics to start off the show that are both petty and or childish.
Okay.
This first article, I love this. I laughed when I read it. A terrified bank teller cowered under her desk during a robbery. But was she a victim or the heist mastermind?
What?
Okay, her name is Kalia Kane, and I guess there was a gunman at the bank at a Wells Fargo, and she said, I just felt like time froze for a minute, and I had to tell myself this is really happening. This was Monday, by the way, on an episode of Super Heist on NBC, on CNBC. God, I got to get that channel right. She's an 18-year-old honor student, was the mastermind behind Brazen Bala Sinwood, Pennsylvania robbery. So this is in Pennsylvania, okay? Kane had carefully orchestrated the heist with her boyfriend, Marcus Wilson, an up-and-coming Philadelphia area rapper who had hoped to use the ill-gotten gains to launch his music career. Damn. Wilson and fellow bank robbers Malcolm Moore and Martrell Foster made off with more than $81,000, but wouldn't be satisfied by the single hit and would ultimately head down a path that would send all 4 to prison. Motherfuckers got greedy. Okay.
Yep.
Kane's foray into crime was a stark contrast from her happy childhood. So yeah, basically she grew up middle class and, didn't need to do this shit, but she got too smart for her own good. Says her future looked bright. She had graduated high school as an honor student and had her choice of colleges, but the 18-year-old wanted to take the semester off to find a job. Another mistake. All right. She was hired by Wells Fargo, and let me skip on down here. It says that I want to see how they figured out it was her. Oh, okay. When the four of them got caught, the dudes, I guess they ratted her out.
Wow, so they just had no love for her then.
Yeah. It says here on the day that it happened, Mark was so callous and amused at the fear that was instilling in everyone at the bank. And they walked off with the 81 grand. The group decided to hit another Wells Fargo, and this time they made off with $80,000. Then they fled to Georgia to lay low, but Kane became increasingly concerned about what she said was controlling and abusive relationship with Wilson. Also, he was an a-hole too. And
I mean, probably that he wasn't, not that he was an a-hole. It's just he's probably thinking all this money going toward my career.
now here's where they got caught. Investigators were trying to find creative ways to track down the bank robbers. They released a bank robbery tape to the public and offered 10 grand in a reward for information. And the reward attracted the attention of the man Wilson had initially tried to recruit for the job. So he got ratted out by somebody who turned down the, hey, let's go rob a bank thing. Okay. And he told authorities that the robbers had been working with someone on the inside and tracking down Wilson's phone records, and they were able to identify Kane as the willing participant in the heist. Busted. So this fool, and I'm gonna leave it there. You can't be bigger than the system. You really can't. I found that hilarious. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go to somebody who really was a victim, because all right, a lot of us black people, we don't go to the lake, we don't go to the ocean, we don't swim. Now, I can swim, but I don't swim.
I mean, if you're on vacation, you go jump
Okay,
out there.
the pool is one thing, the ocean is something else. And here's where I'm going with this. 19-year-old lifeguard. This kid was 19. He had his whole life ahead of him. Killed, and 7 others injured by a lightning strike in Ocean County. So
Damn.
this happened in New Jersey, and they were all in the water, and there was a lightning strike. And I know that it's rare that there's a lightning strike in the water, but let's face it, kids, that shit still happens.
So everybody got fried.
Yes, police responded to the scene at 4:35 p.m. to find 8 total victims. 4 of them were lifeguards. They were all treated at local area hospitals. They were all treated with injuries, but the 19-year-old, I guess he took the brunt of it, and he was pronounced dead. And it says here, yeah, that's in New Jersey, Ocean County in New Jersey. Man, that's a tough one right there. Very young, life ahead of him. I'll stay indoors where the pool is, or even the outdoor pool. There's all around stuff, so lightning ain't gonna hit it, or it's less of a chance. When you out there in that great big ocean, it's 2 things that can get you: lightning and jaws. I ain't got time for either one.
I would hope you're not gonna go where there's a lot of jaws per se.
The ocean.
You know,
there's a shark. There's a shark off the coast of every ocean.
If I knew how to swim, I'd do it. Just say so I can say I did it.
You don't know how to swim, bro?
Hell no.
Let me give you some advice from Papa Kearney. Dad told me the earth is 3/4 water. You better learn how to swim. He's not wrong.
Yeah, your father ain't wrong, but dad told me being Leroy, nigga, you on 37th Bell Pound. Where you see a pool at?
Good
So
point. Touche. I like
therefore,
that.
unless I was walking to the Boys and Girls Club on Linwood by Central High School, which was a pretty journey from 37th and Bell Fountain, it wasn't gonna happen.
Okay, so officially Leroy 1, Richard Senior 0.
So that was one I just chalked up and just never got back to it.
All right. So from the sad to the sadder, witnesses. Oh, this is about Kels because we got to bring him back up because some stuff came out in court. Witnesses say R. Kelly, a witness says R. Kelly raped her days after he married Aaliyah. Couple things wrong in that sentence right there. On Monday, a woman testifying in R. Kelly's Brooklyn criminal trial accused the singer of raping her when she was 17, just days after he married then 15-year-old Aaliyah. Her name was Adele, and she said that in September of 1994, when she was taken back to Kelly's dressing room after one of his concerts, she wasn't a fan of his at the time and had attended the Miami show to see Aaliyah, who was performing that night as well. Damn, so bro, arrested her? I mean, not arrested, excuse me, raped her after marrying the same chick that he's performing on the bill with. What the hell? Anyway,
I'm
says
disturbed by this.
yes. Once they were alone, Kelly tried to get the friend and her to play a game to see who could kiss better. Kels, what the fuck, man? These are kids. More and more, R. Kelly is sounding like the old man on what is that cartoon? Uh, not King of the Hill, the other one, Family Guy.
Yeah.
The old pervert.
Yeah.
That's when he started holding my wrist. Oh, yeah, here it goes. That's when he started holding my wrist and unzipping my pants, pulling them down, and started having sexual intercourse with me. She told the courtroom, adding that Kelly didn't use a condom. Says here that he tried to assault her friend too, but didn't succeed. She said she just basically went blank and she was in complete shock. After Kelly was done, Adele and her friend fled from the dressing room and discussed whether or not to tell the police what happened. They ultimately decided against reporting the assault because Adele feared getting victim shamed. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I don't need to read any more of the details.
That's what I gotta call BS. You're 17, you're that insightful, but you didn't know going backstage it was the fuck. This is common knowledge. This is no different than back when I forgot what rapper it was that came in town. Remember one of my homies told me this.
Well, hold on. In her defense, I got to stop you right there because if I get backstage passes to Sade, as much as I would like for it to be some fucking going on out there, it's not going to happen. It's more like a meet and greet.
Different kind of artists. Kels is considered in the rapper category with Usher and all them others. You go to the back, you going to the back. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when my homie, he went, it was some concert that was here back when we was in high school. And I think they invited everybody like to the hotel after party or whatever. And then like the party was dying down. And they were like, any chicks that want to come up, y'all more than welcome. But please know, you're getting fucked if you come up. So they just put it out there. And 2 chicks from my class went up there.
Listen, if full disclosure is made and they still go up, you know, nothing else can be done about that.
So it's like, I'm not trying to negate what the chick is saying, but my thing is, where's the parents with all these chicks? Was the money just that much more greater than worrying about the value of your child? And then also, the chick who married him, she knew he had a problem. But what did she say when she was on her reality show? Y'all keep buying them concert tickets and those records because that's my child support. And that's from a female. What did Sparkle do? I'm a speak up once he stopped helping my career. Bitch, I'm sorry, but your career was average. I got both your records. They were not spectacular. They were lackluster. If you take off the two songs he's on, then it's completely coaster worthy. So it's just, again, because I got daughters, got a mother, got hella sisters. Not trying to say I don't have sympathy, but my thing is he guilty? Don't know, wasn't there. Some probably not. Because some of them, just like with Bill Cosby, some of that shit was consensual. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. All these motherfuckers ain't said, no, no, no. A lot of them said, hell yeah, what you go do to get this? Because you notice Bill had a long rap sheet of paid for college, paid this, paid that. So you motherfuckers knew what was going on. But yet he's wrong because he paid for it. There's chicks doing the same thing. This ain't got caught because niggas' pride and egos don't want to get stepped on. But back to Kels, I put a lot of this on the parent. Because a lot of these parents just didn't give a fuck. A lot of these parents wanted to be in the limo versus in the Pinto and just hold out their daughters, which is damn sad. But we've seen in movies, TV shows, barometer of how that is done. So it really doesn't surprise me. Now, to this day, I don't care how anybody say how they feel. Is a nigga guilty? I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't judge a man if I ain't there. You put evidence to show otherwise, then hey, I'm with you on it. But at the same time, I'm not just go freely be like, yeah, that nigga did it. As far as his music, I can separate the two because there's nothing that says just because he wrote this song, he was thinking about that chick. You assume until that person says it, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I separate the two.
I feel you on the separation. You know, the first thing that comes to mind is Michael Jackson. Love him too. I separate the music from the man and whatever surrounds the man. I will say this though about R. Kelly, and this goes for anybody who's in any situation that is accused multiple times of something. If one person say it, it's he said, she said. Excuse me, it's he said, she said. If two people say it, it could be a rumor, maybe not. Three or more, somewhere in there, somewhere is some truth.
I didn't say it wasn't. The thing is, whether it be Bill, whether it be Kels, whether it be Denzel, whether it be Usher, it's a needle in a haystack. You got to find the needle. Question is the needle this big or is the needle that big? You got to find it. But my thing is, why is it every black Mount Rushmore that we support, we cheer, whatever, all of them got something wrong up here, or all of them have done something. Because like everybody, you know, there's rumors that Denzel's been cheating on his wife since he got big. Ain't never got caught, but supposedly he's cheated with some co-stars, just like Will. Ain't never got caught being cheated with some co-stars. Or you got Usher recently giving bitches herpes and shit with his Usher dollars or whatever.
Now, back to Will. Will could cheat 2 or 3 times in public and get caught. He still won up on Jada after that mess. Just saying.
Yeah, but you know, Jada, I think she.
Speaking of not right up here.
No, she's right up here. The thing is, empty
at the time she wasn't.
No, here's what I'm saying. House was empty. She found the baby to take care of. That's what it was.
Yes, I agree.
Then also, in somewhat of Jada's nine, but in her defense, her mama ain't had the greatest track record with men. So she hasn't seen the greatest example of male figures in her life. She's messed with, because I watched something on her mom, like she had the physical relationship. She's had a bunch of unhealthies that her daughter's been right there with popcorn. Oh, okay. So that's what's going on. Oh, okay. But Article 25, let that happen to you. So, you know, it's like Like the ex said about me and her said we met each other damaged. That may have been true. Will and Jada was definitely damaged when they met each other. We're all damaged in some regards. No one's 100%, but it's all about who wants to get closest to 100.
That's true. Now, going back to these dudes though, especially in the case I would say of like an R. Kelly, he's got so many people around him that tell him what he wants to hear, not what he needs to know, or they're yes men doing whatever they need to do because they want to stay on his good side / his payroll and all that. He needed somebody to tell him, what the fuck are you doing?
Sadly, a
He
lot of
needed
us don't
somebody to
know.
say, bro, you got these 20 somethings out here who want to get with you. Why are you bringing 15-year-old kids backstage? And that's the thing that sickens me about this situation. Not only are they, unconsensual, allegedly, they are minors.
But here's the thing also, because we have to say alleged because we don't know. Birds of a feather, what?
Flock together.
So those dudes could be on the same thing.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. I
Oh yeah,
got
I've heard about it. Backstage at many rock concerts. All these women are lined up. They call them groupies or whatever, and they want to get with whoever the singer or the guitarist and all that. And then the ones that get left out end up with the roadies, end up with the bodyguards. So yeah.
want to do something. That's just like I got friends now. Like I'm 43. They're in their late 40s, early 40s. Will tell you they'll mess with an 18-year-old. You can't be fucking serious. Motherfuckers just sadly, motherfuckers don't care. And a lot of people feeding into the whole for every guy there's 3 to 4 females every guy, and chicks need to get in line. I had a friend to put on IG a picture of some chick that was married to a dude, had another husband, had a boyfriend, and had a side nigga. Who need to go talking about the second husband got his own family? What the fuck did she go talking about? I might need a setup like this. One, you're not cute enough for that, so I need you to stop thinking outrageous. Then two, this is what's wrong with us. We want to make up shit that don't make sense, but swear up and down it makes sense. Nothing about that makes sense.
Sorry, I was talking to the son. I had you on mute.
Okay, yeah.
And you're right. It doesn't make sense because, and I hate to bring this up because this is part of society and how society's changed. All right, great. This is 2021. Back in say 1921 or whatever, I'm just throwing a year out. It was common for a man in his 30s or 40s to get with a girl in their teens because that was the prime time that I guess a girl became a woman, so to speak. And I don't know, back in those times, I guess they assumed that the lifespan of a woman wasn't that long, and that's when they should get with them. And hell,
Well, the thing is, the urban legend that gets sold from women from mothers to their daughters,
mm-hmm.
the older generation, I say from probably my mom generation down, including like your mom and stuff, is you need to get with an older man because he can take care of you.
Right.
I used to work with, love her to death. She was like another mother to me. Told me she met her husband when she was 12, and that motherfucker was 18. He came back for her when she got of age. What the fuck?
Okay, that's not so bad though, because he came back for her when she was of age, and they were only 6 years apart.
But still, I'm talking 16 and 24 when I say of age. I'm not talking 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. That just blew that out the water then. Never mind.
Yeah, but back in the day, that's how they looked at stuff, which is fucking insane.
My mentality is like this. I got a son who's about to turn 18. What I want to be messing with a girl for this my child's age?
As Diddy.
And I know that, you know, you see a lot of these older rich men that have these younger women. Again, my mentality is they're only with you for one thing, dude. You got dollars. And I don't want somebody who's just going to be with me because I got dollars.
I think Diddy's was different. I think him and Cassie actually, I think they for real had something. I think it was all said and done. She wanted kids, he didn't. Hell, he got enough. So that's I think that was ultimate their breakup because they ain't got back together. I think she was somebody else and having a kid or some shit or whatever. But he, you know, hell, he got 3 daughters and 2 sons or whatever. He good.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. All right, enough about Kels, because you know we could go all day on that fool.
Yeah, I do got one rant to go on though, just quick little rant.
Okay, go ahead.
People. Everybody was all just hyping, loving, and happy that Aaliyah's family finally got their head out of their ass and they letting her music stream on all the streaming sites now. Okay, who gives a shit? She wasn't that great. She was okay. I'm getting tired of people saying, oh my God, she was the greatest. She was no, she wasn't. Her acting was subpar. Her music was subpar also. You look at her first CD, you take about 2 songs out of 20. Her second CD, you got about 3 songs out of 15. The last CD wasn't bad. Her best of CD was I'll Miss You, the best of. Stop acting like Aaliyah was Alicia Keys when she wasn't. Will I take her over Beyonce? Probably, because Beyonce irritates the fuck out of me a lot of times. But let's stop saying she's great when she's not great. She was a good entertainer. She hadn't blossomed yet. Has she been here longer? No telling what she would be. But if you want to be realistic, if you want to compare careers, Aaliyah was a step better than Sierra. I said it. Step better. Although
Facts.
Sierra has better looking goodies as Russell.
Those are them is facts.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. I just had to get that off my chest.
Well, time for me to rant. Because you know I'm the Hollywood guy. You're the music guy, I'm the Hollywood guy. Tyrese says he lost roles to Terrence Howard because Hollywood favors the lighter skinned black man with the green eyes. I'm not even going to read the article. This message is for Tyrese and people who think like Tyrese. No, Tyrese, you didn't lose it because of how Terrence Howard looks. You lost the role because Terrence Howard can act. You can't. And I'll expand on that. You've been in enough movies, you play the same guy practically. And no lies there either. I want to see you branch out and sing a different way, act a different way, come at the whole world a different way. We tired of your same tired ass Fast and Furious stick or whatever it is that you be trying to play. Terrence Howard at least shows some range. People like him show range. And oh, by the way, it ain't about the darker skinned black man, because I can tell you right now, you're the same shade as Denzel. He can act his ass off. Samuel Jackson, better actor than you. I could name 4 or 5 actors better than you, Tyrese. So you need to get your head out your ass and just understand that you didn't lose to somebody because the way they looked. You lost to somebody because they're better than you. Enough said.
But see, I think you took his bait on that. You did what he wanted, what he wanted. You make a comment like that because you ain't seen him in nothing since, was it Blue Steel, that cop movie, Blue Chip, Blue Badge, Blue Bonnets, Blue something shit.
Tyrese was just in Fast 9.
Well, before Fast 9, he was in that Blueberry Muffin, wherever that cop movie was. I was told it was pretty good. I just never took the time to watch it. So he makes a statement like that after Fast 9, because what does he have coming up next? Probably
Nothing.
Fast 10.
Yeah.
And they said after 10, no more supposedly, and there's no talks of him getting a spinoff. No one's getting a spinoff. Like they was like, oh, we're all gonna do spinoff movies. Yeah, that quick as that got destroyed. So you put that out there, that way you get attention, you get phone calls, and you get more consideration when you go up for a role. So I think that was just nothing more than him, little lip service, little playing around to get attention. You know, hey, hats off to you, Tyrese. That was well played, bitch nigga. Hats off to you. Get back in the booth. Give me another TGT album. Fix that shit. Genuine together. If you don't want to use Tank, go get Joe and just leave it TGT. I don't care. Fix it. Dope first album. We need a second one.
All right, still gonna rant. This time I'm turning my focus to a one Kanye West. Okay, so Donda is out. I heard a couple reports. First of all, Chris Brown is mad at him because apparently one of the songs that Chris Brown was on, he's not completely featured on there. I guess he had a little rap or something that was on there and it was taken out.
Thing is, all these singers want to be rappers, and with today's music, that you can put out what you want, how you want, when you want somebody else to co-sign that skill. That way you can say, well, I was just on Kanye's last album, look at the sales, and he let me rap. Why won't y'all give me the budget for a rap album?
No, but I'm not just talking about Chris Brown. I was going to talk about
what's going on. So it's like you trying to force the label's hand. Just like Tyrese. He rapped, but Black Tie as his rap name didn't become prevalent until he got Voltron Records. And then he decided to do a double album. One half was him singing, the other half was Black Tie with his bars, as he called it. So it just is, they trying to find ways for their labels to allow them to rap. When the labels are saying, if you a crooner, keep crooning, that's it.
But there's also a rapper on Kanye's album. His name escapes me right now.
Oh, the baby, he on there, but
yes,
he
got put back on. If you get the streaming version of the album, I believe the full album.
No, see what it was. There's it's 27 songs on the CD now. Jail 2, the baby was on. Jail 1 has Jay-Z. Jail 2 had the baby, and everybody thought he had took Jay-Z off of Jail, not thinking that there could be a two-parter or whatever. You know, we so small-minded. We want to create controversy. And what it was, when they decided to go ahead and release the album, everything wasn't clear because they wanted to do a surprise dump because Drake is coming out Friday. And, you know, everyone loves Drake. Oh, Drake, who gives a shit? So he was trying to beat Drake to the punch. That's why he waited till Sunday to release it. Only problem was it got released. You didn't tell nobody. It's just like people stumbled across it. Then that's when you saw, oh, Donda's been released. You saw this fake conversation. Well, we couldn't get the baby clear, so you know and Kanye was stand up dude. He was like, I don't want to release a song or release the album unless the baby's on it because I want to run for president. He was the first person to say publicly he will vote for me, so I got to show him love. Now the flip part of it, where Kanye's team is trash, they put out there that this, that, and the third. The baby people was like, we just want to go to a bunch of texts, voicemails. Them motherfuckers ain't reached out to us once. So I don't know what they talking about. We would have cleared it with no problem. As a matter of fact, I cleared it now and sent it back. So that was his team dropped the ball on that and didn't want to tell Kanye that he did. So they made up some shit. Because, you know, the motherfucker crazy, so you don't want to roll the dice on a crazy nigga.
Yeah, and here's my thing. Because I haven't heard anything off the album. Nothing at all. I believe in dollars and cents. I have the mind of a director and a producer. Dollars and cents. I'm old school like that. I don't care what anybody says or thinks. I don't care about streaming numbers or anything like that. I care about the almighty dollar. That means that your shit's got to be good. It's got to be in rotation everywhere. And in order to be in rotation, it's got to be good. I don't Donda, Rhonda, Shalonda, whatever you want to call it. Make sure there's a hit on that motherfucker, and I will be good there. I want some old school Kanye West. I don't need a lot of this auto tune Kanye. I don't need a lot of him drifting off into new territory, trying new things. Bring it back to the old way you used to do things. Put some thought into them lyrics. Show them bars if you got them. You know, that's what I want to hear from Kanye. Now, that being said, I will try to listen to it and I will give you my take on the album on next week's show.
I got it. I ain't listened to it yet.
That don't bode well then.
No, it's just I really wasn't in the Kanye mood, and I was pissed off at the part-time Sunday, so I wouldn't have heard nothing. But I will give him credit. When it dropped on iTunes, he was #1 album within 90 minutes. So you gotta give him credit on that.
I do give him credit for that, but that's because of who he is. In order to
still,
stay,
like going by what you said, that's numbers.
yes, but in order to stay up there, it has to be good. I mean, hate to use Mike as an example because he's not with us anymore, but Mike could have put a steaming pile of shit out before he died. If it didn't have no hits on there, everybody would have said Michael Jackson's finished.
That's the thing. We don't know if Kanye got any hits on there. I mean, people were saying he does, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Are those the yes men, the people in his corner? That's what I want to know.
But like, also, I'm not trying to listen to anything of the R&B or hip hop nature because I got that gig coming up Saturday, and I gotta get my mind in classic rock and country or whatever. So I don't need nothing to veer to the left and be like, what the? I don't need that right now.
Right.
So I probably won't touch Kanye till Sunday. Then I'll really listen to it when I'm at work or whatever. But it's just, I mean, with streaming and everything being the way it is, nothing's gonna be traditional anymore. People just go put an album when they want to. Like I went from Tuesday to Friday, which it should have been that to begin with. It's just nothing's gonna be traditional, nothing's gonna make sense. And Kanye has to be to the left because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? He has to do to the left type shit. Because as people say, they want that old Kanye, so he gotta keep doing shit to the left to be like, well, the old Kanye there, but this is the new Kanye also. So it's dumb. I think his last good CD was Life of Pablo. These last two spiritual ones, they were cool, but I like Snoop's album better than he had did. So the other one thing where I don't think you'll be disappointed. It just won't be any rotation long. But that's a lot of this music. Quick as you get it, you light a cigarette. Once you're done smoking, you done with that album.
Yeah, and that's not the sign of a good album right there.
That's the thing. Today's standards it is. By what you knew and grew up with, nowhere near.
True. All right, let's talk sports. Not a whole lot going on in the sports world this week. Pains me to say there are no NFL games this week because, well, everybody's getting ready for the regular season.
Yeah.
But they are cutting down to 53-man rosters. Unfortunately, in New England, A1 Cam Newton is no longer part of the Patriots. He was cut, released, as they say, by the Patriots. And you and I talked about it. It's kind of business. That's true. But I see the dirty side of it. You want to speak on that?
I look at it like this. Most NFL's always been a good old boys club. Point blank, period. We've seen a resurgence the past couple of years of black quarterbacks, black coaches, to where now it's all-time high black quarterbacks starting and black coaches in the league that are head coaches, or at least or a coordinator. So we got highs on all that. New England's one of those that you're not gonna get that high. I can't even think of the last time New England had a black coordinator. of any kind. I think they may have had Ray
Defensive
Rose at one point.
defensive coordinator Romeo Cornell.
I forgot about Romeo. I forgot about his punk ass. But you take Romeo out the equation, he's that one novice. He came to Kansas City, did us good. He helped revive Derrick Johnson's career. Appreciate him. But it's just New England's one of those things where they like the Cowboys had Quincy Carter. And Jerry Jones, I think, actually liked Quincy Carter. But it's one of the things to where, unfortunately, you're not going to see many of us thrive at what they consider intelligent positions. So the closest you go get to it is Gilmore being a safety out there, or a corner, say whatever he is. And, he's in a thrive position. They let him do his thing, being black. Well, he's mixed too. So, but quarterback wise, when Cam went out with the COVID, I'm like, he didn't understand the rules or something or whatever. That let me know right there. And I told you, I said, Cam done. They gonna use that against him. And sure enough, they said they say the preseason was good for both of them, but Jones was just a little bit better. Well, he got more snaps than Cam. Of course, he's gonna be a little better. So it's just like, sadly, it was in the books to happen.
And I remember when you said that, but what I got out of that was, okay, they're gonna start Jones, but they're gonna bench Cam. I never thought that they'd outright release him.
They outright released him because his contract was guaranteed like 3.5. So I think he gets that because he's been on the squad, before the season starts. But the other incentives would have pushed this shit up in the teens. Roster bonus, things like that. So you ain't trying to give him that kind of money. That's where a contract with all these different benefits and stuff, or different little escalades in it. That's when those contracts are bad if you're a borderline player, because they don't want to. Oh shit, we supposed to cut you yesterday. Now I got to give you $750,000 just because you're here. You know what I'm saying? So Cam was a victim of that, unfortunately.
You think he'll get picked up by anybody?
Here's the thing. He has two places he could fit: DC or the Cowboys or Texans. Because the Texans, they didn't cut Watkins, but they don't think Watkins is going to play this season because of legal issues.
Texans sounds like a really good fit. DC's already got Fitzmagic, so I don't think that's going to happen.
But that's all they got. He's going to have to take a backup role and wait for something to happen. He's going to have to follow Jameis Winston's footsteps. Take that backup, wait and see what happens. Or just thought about saying Jameis Winston, hey, Cam, take that flight to Tampa. Brady's going to have a Peyton-type season. He's going to fall apart. We're going to need somebody. Because name the backup to Peyton in Tampa.
Don't know him.
Exactly. It could be fucking me for all you know.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. That's why all these people in the offseason that we're talking about, the Raiders don't need Carr and Mariota. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Mariota don't cost nothing, and he's there as insurance policy just in case.
You just find some way to talk about your team, don't you? You just find some way to have a conversation and bring up flat tires. You just some way.
I'm just used an example. I can't help it that the example.
That was a decent point that was made.
Yeah, I mean,
good reason that Cascade needed Mustang behind them.
I will talk about your team right now. Who is the backup in Kansas City?
Oh, the backup for us. Damn it, what's his name? I can see his face. That's what's irritating me. I can see his face, but I can't think of his damn name.
Is it the kid from Missouri still?
What kid from Missouri? What are you talking about?
No, never mind. I was thinking of
talking about Chase?
Yes. He
Chase
long gone. Yeah, he
Chase
long gone.
Was in Chicago for 3 years and made like damn $10 million off Chicago.
Yeah.
This is the hardest non-working backup quarterback that gets bread. I need to see if he can come by the Chargers or not. because he was battling to be the third string for the Chargers.
Okay, yeah. I don't know who's the backup in KC.
Uh, I know who. I just can't think of his fucking name.
Well, I rest my case. Mariota, good backup. Um,
I'm really got to look that up.
it's a lot of teams that could use a good backup this year because you never know.
That is true.
All right. We also talked about me and you as far as COVID had a lot more to do than we thought with Cam getting released. And I think that it is going to become much more prevalent in the NFL. And even though Jerry Jones, like you said, is speaking out publicly, you've got other teams that aren't as vocal about it, but they're finding ways to mix it in to get more players than not to get vaccinated.
And sadly, I've had some friends that are in denial that vaccination played a part in Cam. And I was like, their mindset is one player can affect the whole team. So, you just, unfortunately, you got to go with that. Even
Yeah,
though
but
that's dumb as hell.
when that player's the quarterback, that can affect the team.
Yeah. It's like, it's a good one. But it's like, as far as just infecting, everybody, the whole, but if the whole team gets shut down, then that's some real freaky shit. And all they wives need to go and get their lawyers because they definitely was cheap.
Oh man. Okay. I don't think I have much of anything else. I have done, because I know we talked about the vaccine before on many occasions on this show, and I've always said that I will be doing my homework on it and checking things out before I decide whether or not to go that route.
I thought you
And
already got yours.
no, I am getting ready to.
Okay.
No,
Um,
I wanted to get a full detailed of the side effects, possible interactions as far as cancer and things like that. And now that I've done all my research, I'm ready to go. But
I've been told don't get the Moderna, I think is what it is. I think that has the worst side effects, I want to say.
oh, okay, yeah. And from what I've looked at, it's the Johnson and Johnson is the least
Oh,
likely.
let me phone a friend. Let me use a lifeline.
Yeah,
Let me
because
call
the Johnson and Johnson is the one-shot deal.
let me
Pfizer and
call
Moderna both have 2 shots.
let me call my health department connect. See if she
Okay.
come on, pick up. No,
Nope.
make it so bad. She gonna send me a text. If I believe per my health department connect, you don't want Moderna or the Johnson, but I was gonna go tomorrow actually and get mine, but then I decided not to because I think about the side effects. Because my thing is, I know some people like side effects took them down for a couple days or they was real sensitive to everything. I got a gig Friday, then a gig 2 weeks from that on Saturday. I can't if I'm gonna do anything, I gotta wait till the next week.
Right.
So that way if I got any side effects, I ain't got no gigs coming up to where, they go affect me or anything.
I feel you.
If I think so like that week of the wait, next week I'm gonna go somewhere next week and get it done.
Okay. Yep. I'll figure out a day here coming up soon and go on ahead and handle that business too. And that'd be one less thing to worry about, you know, just in case these jobs start to push a little harder, or it's required to get in somewhere, because, you know, things like that are coming up. Freedom is no longer free.
It's free. Just capitalism done took over in a lot of ways.
That is true. All right, you got anything else today?
That pretty much does it for me. I really don't have anything off the top of my head.
I do want to tell everybody thanks for watching, and be sure and if you're on the YouTube channel, leave us a comment, hit that thumbs up like button. Let's bust that YouTube algorithm in its ass. Those of you who are listening to the audio only on your podcast feed, we appreciate you as well. If you need to contact us, you got any questions, comments, or anything, we do have the Two Dudes podcast at yahoo.com email. Again, that's the Two Dudes podcast at yahoo.com. Ask us anything, tell us anything. If you want to send a shout out to somebody, we can do that as well. By the way, I want to send a shout out to my little nephew, TJ. He's a young up and coming rapper. Might have him on the show one day. Him and his woman, they had their third young son just yesterday. So props to him. 3 boys now. Congrats. And hey, may he be happy, healthy, just like the others.
Man, 3 boys. Wow.
Well, from what my sister said, his girlfriend was trying again because she wanted to have a girl.
Yeah.
At this point, she might as well give that on up because the dominant chromosome is in the house. So that's all I got for today. We look forward to seeing and hearing everybody's reactions to this show. There will be much more snippets. I appreciate the snippet love a couple weeks ago when we put out the Adidas shoe one. Hopefully you can find some entertaining stuff in the snippets that we put out on this show. Kev?
Yeah. Just think about how dumb this world is.
This world is very dumb. Petty, childish, and dumb. All right, brother, take us on home.
I'm all for the petty and childish. I'm all for that.
Just don't interact with any 16-year-old girls.
Oh, not at all. No 16-year-olds, no social media experts allegedly. You know, just ain't gonna be no meetings at the ice cream shop, just go try to do some tangible things, do some things that make some sense. Shit, hey. That's all I got. Hey, I know it's the holiday weekend coming up. Do yourself a favor. Have a nice drink. Get you a nice cold one. Get something to just, make it a nice day. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the weekend for me because I don't get a weekend until Monday. So just enjoy it for me.
All right. Oh, I'm just gonna say stay positive, stay blessed, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Holla at your boys. Please don't yell.
Later.